I just want you to call my phone. Stop that, you gotta come on home.
As a coach, an emotional wellness coach, I want to invite women into the kitchen, not only just to cook for our physical health, but for our emotional and mental health. And so we use this, as our gossip time, ladies. We sit down at the table, gather around, and share our stories. Twin flames versus toxic cycles, the difference between divine connections and emotional trauma bonds. And it could be that initially the emotional emotionally trauma people can bond a pair together. Not all emotional trauma bonds are twin flames, and vice versa. Not all twin flames are the word toxic sounds negative, but what it is that they're broken. We have a broken souls from our parents, our great grandparents, our ancestors who have gone through trouble, trials, and tribulations. That then they pass on certain behaviors that were learned in one generation as a survival, or even in yourself, you learn how to survive by acting certain ways that is very toxic or broken. And so I want to talk about the emotional energy center, because the emotional energy center correlates with our endocrine system. Our endocrine system is our hormone system, and so what we eat on a daily basis affects what we consume, affects, not just contributes to weight gain, brain fog, anxiety, depression. So it affects our hormones. And so I like to use food as a way to heal emotionally, and then the aftermath, the benefit was physically I lost weight, and physically my hair grew, my skin is glowing, and all that. So emotion is very, very important. And we're not taught emotion in schools, where if a lot of times as minorities we feel that we don't even have the luxury to talk about our emotions. So yeah, so it feels like we don't have the luxury to talk about our emotions. And so this is my kitchen that I'm inviting you to come down and sit down with me. Don't be don't be scared, don't be shy, and say hi. Leave me a comment, who you are, where you watching from, and let's make this a daily thing during the week, Monday through Friday at 5 o'clock p.m. I'll have a meal that I'm gonna be cooking, and then we'll be sitting and talking about some of these emotional blocks that women go through, that we live through, that can block us emotionally, stopping us from living our full potential. And so what are some of those toxic traits that no longer serves us as we learn and grow? Go get your tea, girlfriend. Go get your tea. You don't have tea, just a bottle of water would be great. Don't forget to drink your water. H2O, one hydrogen, two oxygen, meaning we have two oxygens. We're putting in oxygen in our body. So drink, drink, drink. Okay? I'm gonna prove to you. We gotta drink a whole bottle right now. 1, 2, 3, go. Crush and recycle. Welcome to Cooking with Purpose. Fuel your body and feed your soul. Let's get cooking with purpose to lower A1C, shed unwanted weight, maximize mental sharpness and clarity, boost self-expression, boost immune system, build confidence, maintain emotional balance, relieve pain, relieve headaches, cleanse your digestion, and much more. Welcome to Cooking with Purpose, where we fuel our bodies and feed our souls. If you are feeling tired, overwhelmed, stressed, or struggling with weight loss, anxiety, or energy crashes, it's time to take back control, starting in the kitchen. Today, we are cooking an easy and delicious, nutrient-packed dinner to help boost your metabolism, balance hormones, and fuel your body for success. Whether you are a busy mom,
battling cravings, or just looking to feel amazing again, this is for you. Drop a firebomb in the comments if you are ready to cook with me. Let's get cooking, good looking. So what's for dinner?
If you want the menu, it's in the comments. I have the ingredients, the instructions on how to do it. And actually, let me go ahead and start with showing you my video on how I did my soup today. It's still in the slow cooker. I'm gonna add a couple more things before we end the show today. So you can count on me being on live Facebook Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me just play this video for you. You can get caught up on how my day went and what we're cooking. If you like the meal, the ingredients and the grocery list is in the comments. Just do a screenshot on your phone, go to the grocery store and get it done, girlfriend. Get it done because this is for our health. All right, ladies, here is the video on how it went today. Hey ladies, I'm back in the kitchen. It is 12 o'clock here where I am at, and I'm gonna get cooking early today so that for 5 o'clock we can just sit and have coffee and tea and talk and gossip, girl. Just kidding. Yeah, I invite you to my kitchen. Sit down and let's talk. How are you feeling, Mijita? What's going on? What are those emotional blocks that are stopping you from living your full potential in life? But my husband requested a soup. He's kind of feeling under the weather. So I'm going to I pulled out veggies and stuff from my refrigerator. I'm going to use up. And we're going to make him a soup, a chicken soup in the crock pot. It's going to be with high antioxidants. It's going to have a lot of healing foods like oregano, turmeric. We're going to put some organic celery. We're going to use some organic baby cuts carrots. We're going to use yellow squash. We're going to use green, orange, and red peppers. I have a couple tomatoes. I have some corn. We're going to add a couple potatoes. And I'll even put some kale and spinach in it. Oh, and don't forget the garlic. So all of this is gonna it's a superfood. It's a superfood meal. It's gonna boost his immune system, and la di la di da. I'll give you the details later on that. But so let's get cooking. Good looking. One thing I never used before is broth. I usually just its own broth, But I did purchase this, and we'll use that. So I'm going to start first by peeling and cutting what we need to cut. I'm going to make a couple slices there in the corn, and then pop. Ooh, pop. I just want to cut it in half. This corn is juicy. I'm going to cut up this green bell pepper. It's a little old, a little withered. That's okay. It's not soggy. It's not nasty, or it's not bad. We can still use it. It's on its last limb, so we're not gonna put it to waste. We're gonna put it to good. We'll put it in the crock pot. Nobody will ever know. I'm going to turn on my crock pot on. So I'll put it on low heat. You can leave it for 6 hours. Tomatoes. I'm gonna cut the tomatoes in bigger chunks. Onion, big chunks. Good girl, Coco. Nothing like a brand new potato peeler, huh? I'm just gonna make two big, cut it in half so that they're big chunks. There's some things that I will pass and not purchasing organic, and there's this other veggies that are grown straight in the dirt. or that are very porous, that do not have a skin, that I will not purchase non-organic. So like the baby spinach and kale, that's for one. Always purchase the organic brand, because those pesticides is what's messing up our endocrine system. So we want to get back to eating whole foods, but we also want to avoid those pesticides as much as possible. We got our potatoes. I'm gonna cut them in big chunks. I'm gonna make two bowls. One second bowl that I'm gonna add in later on. I'm not gonna add it in now, just because I feel like these potatoes are gonna be done very, very quick, and I don't want it to fall apart. So the potatoes, we're gonna leave it on the side. The carrots can also go in there because these cook faster, and I don't want it all smushy. Celery sticks. This is like a natural penicillin. Amazing. So it's an antibiotic along with the garlic. We're gonna boost the hubby's immune system so he doesn't get sick. Okay, I think that's enough because we don't want to put too much celery in there because celery can be pretty strong. We're gonna do half. Now we have 2 yellow squash. I'll add in the potatoes and the squash and all the softer veggies. I have 3 chicken breasts here. So I'm gonna set this to the side. After 3 hours, I will put these in because I don't want it to be smushy. So this chicken, I'm just gonna cut it in half. This. And my garlic, I'm just going to put big. I'm not gonna mince it. Was the only love I know. Would you rescue me from reaching for the bottom? The best way to eat garlic is raw. Imagine it like gold. You gotta dig for it, baby. Dig for it. Okay. Now let's come over here to this crock pot. Crock pot. Hey, hey, girlfriend. I'm just gonna put a dash of oil. I'm gonna put my chicken. Salt. Pepper. Paprika. Buy all these seasonings at your local Walmart store. Get your seasons. Turmeric. Oregano. we're gonna add in celery or onions or peppers or tomatoes. Or corn. How's that looking? Bone broth. I'm gonna add the rest of the baby kale and spinach that's in this box now so that we can go ahead and consume it. There's like a couple good pieces in here still. Hit it and quit it. We'll go ahead and put this lid on, and then in 3 hours, we will go ahead and put the rest of these veggies in. So that's easy peasy. 23 minutes to prepare it. Hit it and quit it in the crock pot. So see you at 5. Bye. And you're back. So yeah, that's how I started off my the crock pot, my soup. Going back to my spiel over here, this is about emotional, physical, mental, and emotional wellness. Okay, not only do I check my physical, my blood pressure, I check myself for my diabetes, my A1C levels, my blood glucose. I am not diabetic. I am not pre-diabetic. Diabetes type 2 runs in the family. And so years ago, I began when I began this mission on eating healthy and learning the body and the food and all that. Um, I was scared. I saw what diabetes did in my family, and a doctor told me that if the family's like that, that I was gonna get it. And I'm here to say that if you or a family member has type 2 diabetes, it is reversible through what we eat. Admitting the truth and acting accordingly. So I admit the truth. I had to check to see what I'm at so that I am mindful of what I'm consuming, and I keep myself on a habit tracker so I can track what are my habits and where is it that I need more help? Where do I need to improve? Okay, so we had like the physical, we have the weight, the scale. So those are all ways to measure where we are physically. Now, emotionally, here's where I come in. Emotionally, I have this little gadget. So this is called an Itovi scanner. It takes about 1 or 2 minutes. You put it on your hand, you scan yourself. It gives you back a report with the essential oil that your body would mostly benefit from. And each essential oil, every plant is associated to a part in your body, a physical body, your physical part, and so if you're someone who with a lot of anger issues, you may store it in your kidneys. I believe the kidneys, anger, frustration, resentment. And so then you are able to do like aromatherapy with essential oils to help unblock those emotions, to relax the mind. So when we get information, it travels up through the spine. The first thing is our heart and our stomach. We get information, we take it in, and then the information, it goes up to the part of the brain, to the front part of the brain, which is this is the logic, the reasoning, the right and wrong, why do we do the things when we do and we know we shouldn't do, right? The middle part of the brain is our emotions. And so as information comes up and we have not been taught emotion, there's a disconnect between the information, the emotion, the what you're feeling and the logic of what you're supposed to how to react and what's right from wrong, right? But and then in the middle we get caught up in this emotion that blocks us, anger. Oh, F them. Oh, I'm not gonna. And so then we block ourselves from our true potential, or coming out or flourishing to our fullest potential in life. So when I have Whew. So yeah, so I, for years and years, I had to learn how to heal myself. Your emotional energy center is also associated with your endocrine system. Your endocrine system has to do with your hormones. And so I like to look at what are those your chakras. Your endocrine system is also associated with your chakras. So each chakra is an emotional energy center, and an emotion, a category of emotions. And so where in your emotion energy centers, in your chakras and your vibrations, where are you blocked? And a twin flame, I consider myself in a twin flame relationship with my husband. I am a life path master number 11. He is a life path master number 22. So we are master numbers who come into this world and are incarnated into this life to help uplift others in this world, to help lift this world as a whole, to take care of our earth, of our mother nature. And so it's about helping you get grounded, bringing you back to nourishment with what we're consuming, with what we're eating, and then the energies around us in love, relationships, whether it's family members, business, or just, out there, third party relationships, helping you find true purpose so that you are living and not just surviving in life. For so many years, I was just surviving in life. And when you do that, then you're living more with purpose. Your finances grow. And the aftermath is that you lose weight, you shed and shine, girlfriend. And so I'm just doing this video today very intuitively. I know that I like to cook, bring people into the kitchen. All of a sudden, it's like I get this idea. And so a fear-based, an emotion that would be fear-based, that would block me from my potential, is that little Jiminy Cricket. Who do you think you are? You can't do that. You're not prepared. You don't know what to say. What are you gonna do? What if you fail? What if they laugh at you? And the feelings of being embarrassed or overwhelmed or not feeling smart enough, doubting yourself, doubting your purpose, doubting other people. People don't care. They don't want to know. And so those emotions, the negative emotions, they're feeling skeptical and irritated and hostile and sleepy, bored, lonely, ashamed, stupid, hurt, anxious, insecure, submissive. All of those are negative emotions. To me, that's the devil energy, the dark side, or and the bright side is it's God. God is content. He's forgiving. He's thankful. He's nourishing. He's nurturing, confident, and faithful, and appreciated and valued. Feels valued, and proud, and exciting, and sexy, and fascinating, and playful, and creative. And so acknowledging, where am I at? You take your blood pressure. Where am I? Oh, my blood pressure is high. What do I need to do to lower it? Right? So this is the same thing with the I told you. You scan yourself, see what is emotion that you're being blocked, because a lot of times we are in denial. We're so used to being or living or or reacting in the same way, because sometimes it's not even from us. Sometimes it's from our parents or our grandparents who taught us how to react and think, in our belief systems. And so it's breaking free from old belief systems that are no longer serving us. So going back to the twin flame, my husband and I, a twin flame is somebody who is that polar opposite of you. Um, and so at first, when my twin flame and I came together, we were very triggering with each other. We were very unbalanced souls. We were very broken souls, and it took us to get together to be able to be triggered by one another, by our total polar opposites. That's why a lot of twin flames are also could be confused with a codependency or the a trauma bond relationship. And so you'll know if this is a twin flame because this person will make you question, why did I do the things that I do? Why do I? And so you will flourish. You should grow from the disputes, from the insecurities, from those triggers, and overcome um the fears of failure, and what was said and what was done, and belief systems like, oh, you cheated on me, I can never be with you because that's what society says. So it's teaching, going back to the teachings of the church. Christianity is forgiveness, love. Doesn't mean that you have to forgive every cheater and love them and continue being with them. No, because you're not a doormat, right? But twin flames, we will come together to trigger each other. And so it's been years and years and years and years and years, like layers of an onion, of unfolding different emotions, different triggers that come with the belief system, and then dismantling that belief system, which I've known like my whole life, right? And began to react or act in different ways that are new in certain scenarios. And so which one? So we have seven emotional energy um chakras. So we have seven chakras. For my hair is our crown. This is very feminine. It's very sensitive. It's very mindful. It's very empathic. And then the bottom one is at our roots, and that is very stable. It's very grounding, very masculine. And so to me, that's the yin and the yang. For me, I was extremely empathic, extremely submissive, thinking that was a good thing. And my husband was a complete polar opposite, extremely masculine, extremely conquer and divide, but that brought money, stability, like home stability. And so we came together um, um, as like a codependent partnership at the beginning, because he was my what is it like, opposites attract, right? But at the same time, it came to a point where that same opposite, or that same opposition of who I am, triggered us to then fall apart again. So then you're rethinking, who am I? Who am I? Where do I come from? Where do I want to go? And so for me, that's when all shit hit the fan. I'm anxiety, depressed, want to pull my hair out. And I really began to heal, asking God for prayers, praying to God, asking for solutions, for advice, for knowledge, to understand, why do I do the things that I do when I know I shouldn't. And throughout the years, over 10 years or so, I've been able to gather all this information, and I put together a wellness book. It's a women's guide for emotional wellness that goes over, um, it's a three-part series. So the first part is sharing your story. That's a big part of healing. And so that's why I invite you ladies to come on in, chime in, let me know who you are, where you come from, and what is your what's your story? What is your story? Because a lot of healing comes by sharing your story. The second part is self-discovery. And so this is one page out of my 66 page workbook that will help you do like personal assessments and see, okay, this is where I stand, this is where I need work, this is where I don't need work, this is where I'm in the middle, or this is where I'm toxic, this is where I'm healed. And so I'm channeling in right now in the emotional energy center, in the sacral chakra. That's the second chakra, has to do with intimacy, and a lot of, let me just give you like three different scenarios of what it looks like. And then and what it looks like. So when a woman is healed, or no, when a woman is toxic in her sacral chakra, that's it's associated with the color orange. She engages when she's toxic, she engages in superficial relationships. She's using her charm and her sexuality to manipulate or control others while avoiding real emotional intimacy. And so this is a person who uses sex, maybe somebody who's very provocative, uses sex and stuff like that to manipulate her way in getting what it is that she wants to obtain. Somebody who is now balanced or unbalanced in the middle, she's gonna avoid intimacy. She may feel uncomfortable with her body, and suppresses her emotions, often feeling empty or disconnected. So this is somebody who's very is very reserved. They're kind of in the funk. They don't have a lot. Their creativity is not. It's not there. Um, they may be overweight, have gained a lot of weight, and feel insecure with themselves. And so that is somebody, and that's just like a normal person that to most, that's just a normal woman, right? When she's toxic, when she's using her sexuality as a weapon. Now, a woman who is healthy in this area, in her sacral chakra, that's ruled by the color orange. She enjoys nurturing her creativity through hobbies and feels comfortable expressing her emotions and forms healthy emotional and physical connections. So she's sexual, she's playful, she feels sexy, she's creative, but it's not just all that, there are other things. She has other hobbies, she has other uh forms of expression, whether it be singing, drawing, whatever your creative outlet is. You're not ashamed or scared to express that, and you're also not um embarrassed of your body. So those are three. That is just one example of how assessing yourself and your emotions, and I've been able to identify, oh, I just realized I need work in that. I need to work on my sexuality. I need to feel comfortable with my body. I need to have a healthy expression of creativity and not feel the fear of 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 being abandoned, of being ridiculed. And so first, most of the time, just being able to identify what the emotion is enough for you to like catch yourself in the act and stop reacting to certain scenarios and start taking charge, and not falling for the banana in the tailpipe when a situation arises and reacting to it, but saying, oh, I'm feeling this kind of way, insecure about my body, or using sexuality as a tool. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use practice another creative outlet to that will show that you are healed and whole. And a lot of times when you start reacting and acting in different ways, like me and my girlfriends, girl, I used to be an alcoholic, drunk. I would get drunk. I couldn't, and when I started healing, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to use my sexuality and getting drunk as an excuse to go do stupid stuff then I'm embarrassed about. I'm gonna this weekend I'm gonna stay and have some tea with my girls and just sit and talk and be sober. And when that man came in and they saw us sitting, talking, and having tea and sober on a Saturday, they're like, What?" They're used to us, or women, me and my friend, we have very similar situations. But back then, a toxic relationship, it is used to and thrives on you going off the deep end. Now you start just reacting to scenarios. So when you're able to identify the emotion and say, no, I'm not gonna fall for that. I'm not gonna I'm not going to emotionally react because now I know what it is. Now the information comes from down here. I know what the emotion is. I'm gonna stop myself. I'm not gonna react, and I'm going to practice a different way of being. And that's when you really start living life, taking control of your emotions, your mind, body, and spirit, and then you really will begin to thrive. Now let's take a time out and let's get to the kitchen, lady. So that's a short version. I'm just looking at the time. I have 20 minutes left. So I just want to keep these videos no more than an hour. And so short and simple, but yes, yet still impactful with some information there and how to thrive, not just physically, but also um, emotionally, because mostly emotions, how we feel will dictate how we react and how we show up in life. So take control of your life. Stop surviving and start living your life. Download your free habit tracker by going to my website, vitalityvalueswellness.com, and start taking control of your life one step at a time. Let me show you. Let's look at the soup. Wait, see how it's going. Ta-da! So I showed you the video, what I did. My mother said to squirt half a lime juice and it would keep the potatoes from falling apart. I also added in a fresh bay leaf. I put 2 of them. But yeah, it feels ready. I can see the chicken is way down there. Oh, delicioso. All right, ladies, let's come back to the cilantros. And so, yeah, I really enjoy learning and talking and sharing about what the benefits of food, of what it does physically, and what it does emotionally. I'm gonna chop up some cilantro tomorrow. I'm gonna get you the information on the benefits on cilantro and everything else. I only have the benefits of garlic. So garlic has a lot of health benefits. It's a superfood that has been used for centuries for medicinal purposes. It's a natural antibiotic, helps fight cold, flu, and infections. So that's why my husband wanted a soup today. He said he feels like he's coming down with the cold, with the different time weather changes around here. Also, I put a lot of celery in the soup, which is also like uh, an antibiotic. It's like penicillin. So garlic also helps reduce with inflammation. It supports the immune system in reducing chronic inflammation, reduces blood pressure, lowers bad cholesterol, improves circulation, helps lower blood sugar levels, reduces sugar cravings, promotes good bacteria, improves liver function, protects against brain aging. Eating it raw is the best way to feel its strongest effects. So what about the essential oil? If you have garlic essential oil, it's also known for its ability to fight infection, support heart health, and promote overall wellness. So it promotes strength, protection, and purification, both physically and emotionally. It helps suppress. It helps with emotions that are suppressed. That have to do with suppressed anger. Helps when you're feeling fear or just emotional stagnation. That's why a lot of times when we are feeling like like heartbroken or just like in stagnation, a lot of times we'll go for our comfort foods. Like a lot of Italian has a lot of oregano and garlic, and so that is like comfort food. It helps us emotionally too. And so in the emotions, it helps with the root and your solar plexus. So it helps with grounding, strength, and your personal power. This is garlic, guys. This is just one ingredient that I put in here, garlic. So if you never liked garlic, now you will learn to love it, not just for its physical properties, but for the emotional properties. Emotionally, it can help encourage strength, resilience, and emotional detox. So, an affirmation that you could say if you are someone who is who is feeling so who has suppressed anger, who is living in fear versus in love and trust, and somebody who is feeling emotional stagnant. This is your personal affirmation that you're going to say for the week. I release what I no longer serves me, and I step into my power with courage and clarity. And if you want to eat a whole clove of garlic, it's gonna help you both emotionally and physically. But yes, isn't it amazing? So cilantro has a lot of health benefits. It's just truly amazing. And so when I began to go through my episodes of being triggered by my twin flame, I my son was also going through. He was diagnosed with ADHD when he was like in second grade, so he was prescribed Adderall. So around the time that I would start began my journey into my emotional and mental wellness, he was physically struggling with ADHD, and so yeah, I can't talk and cut at the same time. And so that began our whole journey into eating, and I started learning about the powers of foods and all this, and I was like, oh, why isn't there billboards? Why aren't we taught this in school? And so that's when I first had to start breaking down old beliefs that were no longer serving me. So I chopped up the cilantro. I'm gonna put about half of it in here just to give it some more flavors, and then I'll leave the other half. I'll leave the other half in a bowl. I'll chop up some onions so that there'll be some fresh onions, some fresh cilantro that we can chop off when it comes to eat. I have some leftover salsa verde, and we add some lime to that. And all of these foods, these natural, organic, healthy superfoods, have so many health benefits that it will help lower the cholesterol, the as you saw, just with the garlic. Imagine now if I listed everything. I mean, it would take too long. It would take more than this hour. Where we at? Are we settled? We're good. I wish I had more time to speak. I would like to invite you to one of my retreats, uh, where we can go through, hearing your story, doing some self-discovery, figuring out who you are, where you come from, where are you going, what's your purpose, so that you're not just reacting to life and bored and confused and just, you know, it's just like the Lego movie. Everybody's just doing the same thing, just following the same social norms where you're taking control, and you're living within your values and having your basic needs being met. I hope you enjoyed this video. So when it comes down to twin flames, the twin flame may trigger you um to become the better version of yourself, to practice other ways of reacting instead of personalizing words or situations, and instead of personalizing and pointing fingers and saying, wait, what does this trigger say about me, and how can I react in a better way that's going to lead me down a path that's going to get me closer to what I wish for. And everybody wishes for their soulmate, happily ever after. Not everybody, but most, if you're healed and you're confident in your love, you want, we were born to be with a partner, to cohabitate. So, but as women, a lot of times we lose that, and we think a belief system says a woman should be in the kitchen, a woman should be pregnant, a woman should be barefooted, a woman is supposed to attend the man, and it's not like that. And so I went from being independent within myself to getting married to handing over my masculine energy and just sitting there waiting and being all the good things that I thought were good, as a woman, just staying home, be attentive, and not, I isolated myself, and I thought that that was the holy thing to do, and that is actually a very toxic thing to do. And so, how do you take your power back? And then, when you do take your power back, how is your masculine going to react towards that? How are you going to trigger him? And then, and stay true within your power and setting boundaries, no matter how scary it looks. Having trust in a higher power that everything is going to work out as it's supposed to. We all have free will. um we all do have free will, so it's up to us if we want to learn the lessons. The triggers are a sign. What is the lesson that I'm supposed to be learning here? How could I react in a different way? And having that courage to take a leap of faith and start fresh if you have to by yourself. And definitely to help heal the soul, mind, body, and spirit, it starts with food. So I encourage you to get into your kitchen. There is a meal plan there on Facebook, or Google it, chat GPT it. Find out a meal plan that's going to work good for you. If you can hone in to the emotions that's blocking you, then you start practicing your daily affirmations. And so the one affirmation that I gave you uh, today is, I release what no longer serves me, and I step into my power with courage and clarity. If I let fear stop me, I would not be here today doing this video. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm scared. What if they laugh at me? Who cares? So I release what no longer serves me, and I step into my power with courage and clarity. So that's for you, my love. And join me on this 90-day challenge. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. It's just a personal assessment on yourself, and you're setting the board. What do you say? What do you say it? You're you're setting the standards, higher standards for yourself and nobody else. And the one way is to start taking gauge, just like you would, your blood pressure, your blood sugar. Get on the scale and see that, and have a vision, like a goal. Hey, I don't want to be like that. You could also get the Itobi scanner, do a scanner, or just sit down and do a meditation and say, okay, what is that emotion that I am feeling? What's blocking me? And how can I break free from this fear, so that I can come and present myself to my fullest potential and be the best version of myself. And so I'm sending you much love. Join me on this 90-day detox, and see you tomorrow. Are you ready to take the first steps to shedding weight, boosting your energy, and transforming your habits? It all starts here. Visit vitalityvalueswellness.com and look for the free habit tracker section. Enter your first name, your last name, along with your email address, and your tracker will be delivered straight to your inbox. Once you have received your email, simply download your tracker and save it to your files for easy access. Print it out or place it somewhere visible to track your progress daily, or do a screenshot and save it to your favorite picture so you can update it from your phone each day. You've got this. I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Download now and let's start your journey today. vitalityvalueswellness.com. Feeling sick, like you're getting the cold or the flu? Bon appetit! Time to eat. We have this healthy, delicious chicken soup. Added some jasmine rice. It has carrots, celery, yellow squash, tomatoes, onions, garlic, oregano, cilantro, fresh onions. ¿Qué más tiene?
Mucho love.
Lots and lots and lots of love. You got that right, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And then a little bit of salsa verde. Oh, and lime. You want lime on yours?
Oh, yeah, poquito.
Yeah.
Un poquitito. I want to try it like that first. Mmm. So good.
Is that hot?
Mm-hmm. Not good.
Not too hot?
Not too hot. Mm-hmm. Good thing.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit hot, but no.
Para subir el sistema inmunológico. You feel like you're coming down with the cold? This is gonna knock it out. You want some peppers? Some red flake peppers? Es lo que te hacía falta, baby. Yellow squash. Bon appetit.